magnesium and manganese and stuff like that. So maybe it's just doing a job, and then I'll let it do its job and I'll move it. There's pokeweed. If you boil pokeweed leaves in a lot of water, like a lot of water, a big thing of water, but a little bit of leaves, you can eat it like poke. It's called poke salad. And I think this is a parsnip. I don't want to touch it because it might have like oils on it that'll give me a rash, but the root is edible. I know the root's edible. It's got a big root. Oh, we missed. There's my corn from last year. I got an onion over here. I don't even know if I planted that or not, but there's onions popping up. Yep, last year's garden. I had a bunch of poop that I got brought in this year. Here's dill, so I'm getting dill to come back every year. I'm trying, at least. There's a bunch of radishes, so you can eat the radish greens, you can eat the seeds, you can eat the root, you can eat it all. I think this is a lettuce. I'm not exactly sure. I think so, though. And I think that's another lettuce. But you can eat that like broccoli. And then, man, that was really sweet, actually. That was the sweetest one I've had. But there's more lettuce, I'm guessing. All like a bunch of different kinds, or 2 different kinds. Might be standing on some more dill. I don't remember where it's at. It was small. There's some radishes that are popping up over here. There's some more radish seeds. So, alright, that's last year's garden that I'm not doing anything with. This year's spring garden is, I'm standing right in it. So, I've got, I think these are radishes and that's broccoli. But I planted broccoli and cauliflower and radishes and like all the brassicas this year. Some stuff made it, some stuff is hiding still. Some is not making anything. But yeah, I'm just trying to get things to come back every year on its own, like a weed. And then I don't have to do anything, just harvest. Maybe do better watering practices or keeping water in the yard or something. But yeah, so this year's garden is starting all right. Here's another pear tree. There's a little pear there. This is like the 3rd year for this. Here's gooseberry or currant. And my bees, I don't know if they like having stuff growing up in front of their box, but I don't have any bees yet. I'm talking to a guy, or I'm trying to get a hold of a guy down the road that's got bees. I'm gonna try to get a queen, but over here, oh, I missed one. There's a gooseberry or currant. There's a blueberry. Now blueberries are doing pretty good, honestly. There's a blueberry that it's like one of the least well. There's just little things coming back. I might put some phosphorus around it, but what I was trying to do with all these is, here's a bunch of pine, and the pine needles make the soil acidic while it's still green, but the pine bark makes the soil acidic as the pine bark is decomposing. So I figured the small twigs have the most bark per surface area, or whatever, per volume. So use the twigs and the needles. And so far it seems to be working. But here's a gooseberry or currant. And all the gooseberries and currants are deep rooting nitrogen fixers. So they're gonna fix nitrogen deep into the soil. Here's a plum. I'm still not sure if it's an early or a late season flowering, because I have not seen it flower yet. So I might have to get another plum to get it to pollinate. But here's a gooseberry or currant. I'm pretty sure it's like this is a currant, like a wine currant or something. Here's just a little bundle of sticks from doing all the pine around all of the blueberries, and I'm leaving that for like rabbits or whatever, rodents to hide in. Here's my compost pile. Here I found some cilantro that I planted. Yeah, right there. I planted some cilantro earlier this year, and it's starting, so that's pretty exciting. I just gotta find it. And then here's blueberry, and then gooseberry or currant, and here's my potatoes. I just hilled them yesterday. Might need to hill them again, actually, because they're really showing. But gooseberry or currant, blueberry. Oh, and gooseberry and currant leaves are edible, but I don't know, I don't really eat them. They're not bad, I just don't eat them. I'll probably start eventually. Blueberry. Oh, my raspberry patch, a little bit out of hand. I got all kinds of different varieties of raspberries, and they're doing different things. Like this one's popping up from the roots. This one was trying to run like way over here from here. There's a couple of them doing that. They're like, this is gonna be crazy. I was gonna try to keep it under control, but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I just now saw that flower. I don't even know what that is. Some kind of sunflower or something. Wonder how that got there. But here's my strawberries. I got strawberries here on both sides of the raspberries, and there's asparagus over there too. But these strawberries in this garden are my everbearing, so they produce like all year as long as it's like good weather. So these raspberries and asparagus, it's gonna like keep the strawberries in cooler temperatures, so in the middle of the summer I can continue getting really good production on berries. But this creeping Charlie, I mean, bees love it. You can eat it. It's in the mint family. It's not the best mint, but it's good. But I mean, nature doesn't want a million blue strawberries growing next to each other and nothing else. It wants other stuff because that's just how nature works. But I've got a bunch of asparagus. This is my purple asparagus. This is the second year, so I gotta let some of them continue without eating them, but I've been eating some. Next year I can harvest everything. But look how giant that thing is. These are big asparagus, some of them. But yeah, strawberries and asparagus everywhere. Let me get out of here. Look how picture perfect that is. That's beautiful. And here's my other strawberries. These are my June bearing strawberries. So here soon I'm about to get a really big harvest, and then they're gonna start running, and maybe they'll probably run out into the yard and I'll just let them. But that's a different variety over there. This is a different variety. This is a different variety. That's a different variety. Like, I got yellow and whatever, but yeah, so hopefully something takes and it like becomes wild in my